What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Now, oh, what a fail. Welcome back to another video. Now, the previous video to this, if you've been subscribed already, you would have seen that I collected my car back from Pro Alpha after getting an upgraded turbo put on it. So the car started off as a 160 Competizione, and we upgraded it to a Garrett PA 250 turbo. On the dyno, it made 250 horsepower by 280 foot-pounds of torque. However, I had a bit of a mishap with the clutch. So right now, we're currently driving the car at 225 horsepower by 270 foot-pound of torque. So it's just been pulled back just a touch so that I can preserve the life of the clutch until it goes in for a new one, which is very soon. First thing I want to address, because I've seen a lot of you guys put in the notes in the comments below, is regarding what effectively is completely done to the car. So what supporting mods, what have I done to effectively get this little thing to 250 by 280? And quite simply, the main real important ones that you need are the forge intake, the AirTech front mount intercooler, the turbo. Naturally, I've gone for a decat downpipe, and I've also gone for a 200 cell sport count, which is placed just before the Monza. There are also uprated injectors in the car now, and it's gone through a Pro Alpha tune and remap. So right now, I think it was a good opportunity for me to do this video because there'll be a lot of you guys who are thinking of upgrading to the Garrett GT1446. Now, a GT1446, when you get all these supporting mods done to it and you get it mapped, you pretty much end up with this kind of power. You get probably around about 220, between 220 and 228 BHP, and between 270 and 285 foot-pound of torque. The only difference with this car right now and one with a Garrett GT146 on it is that the 1446 spools up very early, so you don't get much lag at all. Around 2002 and a bit, you're already spooling up and you're hitting peak power. Whereas on my car, it spools up and you don't really hit peak power until 4,000 RPM. Now, if you remember in the last video, I found that out because I've been so used to driving this car as an IHI turbo, the older one, and all of the power in that turbo would come at pretty much between 1,000 and 2,000 RPM. And to cut a long story short, when I'm driving it hard, I pretty much drive it like a Civic Type R. And when I mean a Civic Type R, I mean taking it all the way up the rev range, pretty much up to the red line, then putting it into gear and landing right on the boost. And one final thing, just before we hit the road and start to hoon this little beast, I just want to say another huge thank you to everybody, because the support on this channel has been great. It's growing really nicely, and it's great that I can give stuff back to current Abarth owners or potentially future Abarth owners that are looking to buy these cars. So I'm going to now get out of town, find some nice roads to drive down, and I will tune back in with you in a sec. So I guess one of the first things I really want to show you guys is how much louder the exhaust is and how many pops, crackles that you get out of it now with a high flow cant and a bigger turbo. So under normal driving conditions, without hooning it, you'll hear the amount of crackles that come out of it. Let's start with a cheeky first gear pull through a tunnel. Let's do a bit of window. Nice. As I said earlier, you can see that all that power, the delivery of that power, it comes so far up the RPM, it's absolutely nuts. The car is also a lot louder around the 2,000 RPM mark. It has a bit of an annoying drone to it, I must admit. So when I'm on the motorway and I'm doing 70 and I'm sitting about 2,500 RPM, the drone that I get from it is, it's a little frustrating, I must admit. But the pops and crackles that come out of this are just insane. Oh, sick! And the turbo flutter as well. The turbo, and that's just how it is, because it's such a much bigger turbo, the flutter noise that you get, oh, it sounds so good. I mean, let me try and get it again. I mean, the noises that come out of this exhaust are, you just don't tire of hearing them. All right, so I'll show you a quick second gear pull now, sitting at 30, full boost. Up the speed so quickly, and I did say earlier, you know, I said in the last video, you need a big brake upgrade. You need one. You have to have one, because it gets the speed so quick. It's just so fast. And don't forget, this is 225 by 270. 225 by 270. It will be faster. It will be 200. It'll be another 25 horsepower. And the thing is, 25 horsepower in these little cars does make a difference. It does make a significant difference because they weigh so little. Oh, I don't know what happened there, guys. The camera just stopped recording all of a sudden. And what you would have heard as well, particularly when you take the RPM all the way to the rev range and you dump the clutch, you get a trio of pops and crackles just before engaging the next gear. It just sounds amazing. It sounds so bloody good. I think it's very difficult to portray sense of speed on a camera and acceleration on a camera, but I'm hoping that you guys get a feel just for how quick this little thing is now. It's absolutely insane. Oh, bloody hell. I mean, I keep saying the car is so quick, but what do you expect when you put a big turbo on something that weighs nothing? You're gonna get that sense of speed. But guys, seriously, I mean, you know, you've seen some of the clips now of just what this thing is like on delivery as well, and I'm just taking this up to the national speed limit because obviously that's what the roads allow here at the moment. But the amount of power and the pull on this thing now, it literally, I said it before, it runs out of revs. If it had a bigger limiter, it would just keep going. It would keep going, which is great on these kind of turbos, because what you find in the older turbos is that they run out of puff towards the higher end of the rev range, but this doesn't. This is just amazing. And the noise, I mean, listen. Oh man, I love this car. I love this car, and I hope you guys are enjoying this as well. I know you've all waited really patiently for the turbo videos, and there was a few of you who said, you know, fair play, Stef, for going for something that's unknown. And I really appreciate that, because you would have known from when I was talking about the turbo videos in the first place, I was a bit worried, because I was worried it wouldn't make the power that it could. But I'm so glad I did it, and I'm so glad it made that power. So before I sign off from the video, let me give you one last blast. I'm gonna lower the window, see if you can hear it without the wind noise. But we're now on a national speed limit road. Make of it as you will. Have to fight this thing. It's the torque. There's a lot of torque still. You're having to hold it with two hands. So So guys, now I guess you've been with me on my first proper drive in the car with the turbo upgraded. And one of the things that I guess you're all thinking is, has the upgrade been worth it? Well, the simple answer is yes, because the car is so much fun to drive now. It's much quicker. It's pushing the power, well, not fully, but it's pushing the power that I wanted it to push. And the smile on my face is pretty priceless when you think about it. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this first drive, but now I've driven it for a little bit, I've got a bit more comfortable with it. I know where the power bands are on this big turbo now, which is great. And I'm now in a position to really start enjoying this and continue to make more videos for you guys. So hopefully I'll see some of you guys at some of the shows so you can come and see the car, you can talk to me about the car, etc. But guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please leave a like, share and subscribe. Yeah, go on, push the button, share and subscribe, and I will see you all on the next one. Thank you, bye-bye.